Did I ever tell you that you were my friend? Check this post out from Michael Chad Saylor. By the time your financial advisor says it's okay to buy Bitcoin, it'll cost you $1 million. When they say it's a good idea, it'll be 10 million. This is kind of half true in terms of the, definitely the vibes, friends. Remember, when you get the laggards and skeptics who are coming into cryptocurrency, let's actually crank some music for everyone. We are going to pump. I do believe in the pump. Yeah, of course, friends. If you are following financial advisors, they'll give you the 60-40 stock and bonds portfolio, which is, I guess, very advantageous for the US government or any world government. They're like, hey, make sure half of your portfolio is our money printer currency that we print out everywhere, right? Also, traditionally, it has provided a nice risk. But what it doesn't include in that 60-40 portfolio, it doesn't have gold. So once every 1 or 2 decades, gold has these, nice hedge capabilities. If the stock market drops, gold holds up. And now actually gold's going on a nuclear run. Also, it has no crypto in there, so you miss out on these life-changing gains. That's what he's pretty much referring to. Now, there's a bit of an issue, right? $1 million, that's the thing. So you're going to see this anchoring in a bull market. They're like 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 13 million. And it's just going to ignite FOMO into everyone's minds. We're gearing up to watch this like giant nuclear bull trap. And even though I say bull trap, don't think, it's coming right now, even though I don't want to freaking manifest it too early. But it will come, friends. When will it come? I don't know, man. Michael Chad Saylor's DCA average, it's almost 69,000 American dollars. I just said, hey, get me above 100. Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're like, now we're in an interesting scenario, right? So you never know. It might blow right through that. So his average price at 69,000. Remember, as the Bitcoin price goes up, remember, everyone just chases each other. So like if Bitcoin hits 130K, he'll be borrowing a crap load of money to go buy it at 120K, 130K. Yeah, I mean, turbo leverage will be given to him over time. That's why I'm very confident it'll happen. You're seeing the state of Nevada and North Carolina, a lot of all these other states of the US of A, not to be confused with the US of B. They're just like, coming in, they say, hey, let's put Bitcoin on the balance sheet. Why? Because it's gone up only. That's pretty much it. I still believe in you, Lord Vitalik. This is Lord Vitalik out here, friends, who is most definitely our friend, Lord Vitalik. He's going to make it. I do believe he's going to come and pump the bags. We're going to get more videos and stuff coming out for you in the next week and stuff. We'll just get to cover through you over time, friends. Like, remember with Ethereum, you've got the Pectra upgrade, the 7th or the 9th of May, whatever, and there's like L1 roadmap things out here. Remember when Ethereum goes up, PulseChain's going to go up and everything else. Richard Hart is ready to pump now. Richard Hart, gear it up with something big. This is very well received. This is Richard Hart. Man, AI is getting really good for it. Like, I'm just impressed, dude. It's like the face. You would have no idea. If you had no idea who this is, it's just like it looks. Have you been playing 4D chess? No. Thank you to, was it maybe just Mikey Angela who made this? Thank you very much. So when it comes to PulseChain and everything out here, man, it's the same story out where you're going. This is PulseX price. The PulseX to Pulse ratio is still interesting. It's up here. I don't know what happens here, but it's had this nice hockey stick up. I don't think it was an accident when it hit parity pretty much with PLS. I wonder if it's going to deviate and come back down. This is Hex, also very, very, very cheap. Hex PLS ratio is flipped red on the weekly super chain. So this might be a time for PLS, the spear, to come and revert around. Maybe it just maybe needs Ethereum and stuff as well. Same thing with Ink. Ink's only about $1.20. Hopefully you can see on the Ink pulse ratio still not moving anyway, friends. Literally Ink is just literally pulse, just bonded on. What's Ink going to be used for? Some voting governance? I don't know what it is. Earlier today, friends, there was as well this Richard Hart post out here. He pretty much said the blockchain was invented to replace trust with proof. So idiots, being what they are, have filled up all the space around the blockchain with playing make-believe. The opposite of proof. Demand proof. Raise you bar for belief. Verify, not trust. So everyone's like saying, hey, what are you talking about? Is he talking about the Go Pulse sacrifice? He's talking about something out here. It could be he's talking about Atropa and pDAI. Okay, so translation. Demand proof that Richard Hart is directly behind Atropa and pDAI, for which there is none. In fact, there is counterproof. His public Twitter says stop buying pDAI and to avoid it altogether. Note that this is nothing new after the capitulation events unfolded in March and April. So You're probably wondering, hey, this is a cute duck, right? Quack, quack. One world, many feathers. Very interesting. But say, Sommi, a lot of people, friends, when I made this tweet, they're messaging me like saying, whoa, bro, you got some balls. You got some balls to even say that while you're long. Yes. It's almost as if I am unshakable. It's almost as if Richard Hart 13 years ago had to watch all these threats of the government say they're going to ban it. It's, oh, if you have Bitcoin, we're going to catch you. It's almost as if you have to hold through every nuclear winter holocaust explosion. Yeah, it's just a bombardment of FUD. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, some people might say at the end, I heard one comment. So Richard, if you're watching, this is interesting. Ricky, did you know, I saw one comment, I forgot who it was. They said, hey, if it turns out Richard is behind pDAI, I'm going to be really upset with him because he didn't tell me to get long. Someone actually said it. So, I forgot which one of you it was. So not in our Baby Doll Telegram, or someone out there. Maybe been replying out there. And I thought, why? Why? You need the words of one man to tell you to believe. Do you understand what Richard had to hold through, friends? It's kind of funny. I think we take it for granted. Do you understand what he had to hold through? Okay. Yeah, Richard's maybe got $1 billion plus of Bitcoin. Let's say he's got 50,000 BTC value. 50,000 BTC value is $4.8 billion today. Could have more. Let's just say 50,000 BTC value. All right, $4.5 billion. Do you know, friends, on the path to 4.5 billion, do you understand at one point it was 1 billion? Do you understand that? When Bitcoin was like 20K. Do you understand at one point on the path to 1 billion, remember, he started from zero. He put in 20K to Bitcoin. He maybe DCA bought when it went down to $2 or $3. I don't know. Okay, just to show you, just to remind you, okay, right here. Look at this chart that I have here for you, right? Look at it. So Dickie Hart has to buy Bitcoin up here. By the way, total unicorn. You've never seen anything like this before in the world. Something's gone up like 10,000x from infinite. It used to be worth zero. Now you're paying $30 for it. And then drops all the way back down here. And yeah, 94% drop. In stock market world, that means you're never coming back. Yeah, if you're lucky, like the tech market boom, you'll come back in like 20 years. Literally 20 years. That's what happened, like, Microsoft and Cisco. Cisco hasn't even come back, I think. You know what I mean? So he bought it up here. That was the risk, dude, friends. He bought Bitcoin. You understand the odds against you? When you buy something and it drops like 94%, in stock market world, if they do come back, it's literally 15 to 20 years. What did he do? Bought more like a boss and he held. Do you understand, right? Even if he has like 5 billion in Bitcoin at one point, friends, do you understand on the path here? Okay, look what happens here. Okay, so on his path there, let's say 50,000 BTC times $1,000. You understand? Now he's worth $50 million up here. Did Richie sell? No. In fact, Bitcoin goes all the way back down. It drops 90%, right? Now he's $50 million. Is maybe more like $15 million now. Okay, and it's right here. And everyone says it's going to zero, by the way. You think people are bullish at the bottom? Hell no. People are not bullish at the bottom. Dickie Hart, aka Ricky Hart, he's looking at everyone saying the government's going to ban it. Everything's a Ponzi. It's never coming back. Mt. Gox just collapsed. And Mt. Gox was 85% of the world trading volume. And he literally had to hold through. He still had to hold. He watched 50 million bucks go down to like, now he's like 10 million. He's like, oh my gosh, what if it goes to zero? What if it goes to zero? He held. Then what happens in the next wave, my friend? So think about this, okay? 50,000 BTC at, say, 15K Bitcoin is $750 million, right? It's pretty much almost $1 billion. He ticks to become a billionaire up here. Does he get out? No. He holds it all the way back then. You got to imagine, man. Like now, just think about this, friends. He holds it all the way back down. Now he's not worth 750 million, almost a billionaire at that point, or maybe more. Now he's down to 175 million. So literally he has like this dynasty wealth and you don't know if it's coming back, friends. No one was bullish down here. By the way, I entered crypto here. Watched this capitulate and it went down. No one was bullish. Tone Vay saying we're going down to 1K. Everyone else saying going zero. It's a Ponzi. By the way, if you want to talk about uncertainties, Richard Hart had to hold through the freaking Bitcoin cash fork. Do you know what I mean? Like you're like, oh crap, what do I do? Do I move it around? I don't understand. Like that, because friends, we have never seen anything like that. Richard Hart had to hold through. Think about $1 billion now gets wiped out. Now a couple of $100 million, and it could go to zero. and you look at, man, I had $1 billion, didn't cash out. You might someone that plays with your head. And then the splitting and the forking. Like, it could, friends, we could have lived in a parallel universe where if you split something, literally the market cap tears in half. Imagine that was happening and he chose the wrong one. Maybe he just held all his Bitcoin cash. Okay, so imagine that happened where he just literally held on and he's like, oh crap, whenever you do forks of stuff, what if there was like a net exit of the value because the market doesn't know where to go? It's like, oh, I don't like this. I'm just going to spit both of them out. I'm going to sell the Bitcoin and the Bitcoin Cash. Imagine we lived in that world. He's just literally watching $1 billion disintegrate as it goes down and down and down and down. He never cashed out. And the Bitcoin, everyone says they're going to ban it. Friends, even up here, Donald Trump, right? He said he doesn't even like Bitcoin, right? Think about this right here. He wasn't president or anything yet, I think. Oh, no, yes, he was. Yes, he was, 2019. So, see what I mean? And then he watched it go up again. Obviously, it caused the top. So, as far as I'm concerned, by the way, like, it's one dude's Twitter, you know? So, but he's giving you the experience of what he went through. Now, don't take this as like, oh, let's be bullish. Okay, you do whatever you want. I'm just telling you, Satoshi left, dude. Friends, you got to imagine, Richard, remember, on the way to his like $5 billion plus, at one point it was 50 million. And he said, no deal. And then it went all the way back down, now 10 million. Then it goes up to 750 million. He goes, no deal. Bro, you're worth 750 million. You thought it was going to lose it before. Did you sell? No. Then it goes all the way back down to 150 million of his BTC. What if it goes to zero at that point? What if it never recovers? Oh crap, what do I do? Here, hold on. Right? Now it's like 5 billion plus. Yeah? Now you're like, oh, looking at him like, oh, unshakable. Literally unshakable. It's just that we have the nice Harry hindsight type of experience. We're like, oh, you know, Michael Saylor's turbo leverage long and stuff out here, right? That's not the experience that he went through. Okay, guess what? When did all the gains come? Precisely when Richard's having a heart attack, maybe. He's like, oh, crap. If I'm wrong about this, $750 million is going to become zero, and then I've literally lost multiple generation dynasty wealth. See? So that's why I even said here, right? Is there proof of him on the pDAI and stuff out here? No. No. Okay. Well, guess what, man? Here's the thing. I'm not holding just because I think Richard may or may not be involved. That's it. If you are, you've clicked sell already. All right. We'll see what happens in the next 5 to 6 months. Just like, friends, there were people holding Bitcoin just because they like this Satoshi guy. Guess what? Satoshi leaves. Yeah, there were people holding Bitcoin just because the price went up. Then the price dropped 94% in the first bear market. They left. Okay. See, but look, everything's uncertain. Okay. Just because you're going through uncertainty, you have no idea what's going on. It doesn't mean like you're guaranteed to lose from that point. In fact, everything that did succeed had like these extreme periods of uncertainty. Get it? And look, see, friends, with PulseChain, we're all on the same team. It's just that Hex is the OG cult, right? Friends, we're only here because Hexicans are diehard believers. Don't forget that. Like, if you're in pDAI or any other community, I know, like, everyone, like, have fun because, you know, Hex is down 99% and stuff out here. We're only here because of the Hexicans. You know that, right? Yeah? The OG cultists. So, like, we can't like say, oh, one guy's bad, one guy's right or wrong. It's not that, man. It's not that. It's just like you're leveling up in a game. Okay. It is what it is. Okay. So Hexicans, right? They were the ones, they held down the fort. They're still here. They still got a network effect, bro. Isn't that cool? That is cool. Yeah. Now, I think everybody wins, but guess what? It's just, friends, it's risk reward. Yeah. So if pDAI ends up making it, you get a higher multiplier than PulseX Inc. Right? Why? Because you have more uncertainty. Yeah. You don't have the Richard Hart holding your hand stuff. If you're in PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex, see, in your world, it's like a lot of people think it's guaranteed, but like, okay, it's guaranteed to you because we have all the information, asymmetry, and stuff out here. I'll give you the highest value content in crypto, and you have Richard Hart kind of hand holding you on Twitter. But out there in crypto land, this is not guaranteed. This is extremely high risk because they're in Bitcoin, they're in Ethereum, they're in Cripple, they're in Doge. Oh, there's Elon Musk. He can't let that go to zero. Do you know what I mean? And it's accepted by mainstream. It's listed everywhere. Wanker Guru makes nice articles about him. Coin Butthole makes videos about him and stuff. You know what I mean? Like that you're spoken about positively. Yeah. Whenever they speak about Richard Hart stuff, they always throw FUD. There's always fear, uncertainty, doubt. Okay, fear that, he's going to rug. Fear that he's going to abandon. Oh, uncertainty. The SEC is going to win. The Interpol's going to win. Oh, doubt. As in, doubt. You're not relevant anymore. He's never going to do any upgrades. You've already paid him all the money. See, fear, uncertainty, doubt. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. It's just you're immune to that. Why? Because you have that. You just believe now. You believe. And by the way, you saw him do the magic trick in the first cycle. So it kind of like tells you, oh yeah, everyone's doubting him again. I've seen this magic trick before. That's your edge, okay? Because you're paying more attention to that. You're giving a higher weight of probability. But pDAI is different. pDAI, look at the scrunched up pDAI linear chart. Looks like death, just like it did every single time. So there is no guarantee uncertainty with any of these. But like, if it works out, you don't have Richard hand holding you in this. You get the higher multiplier. Yeah, but remember I said if it works out. If it doesn't work out and Richard has another magic trick, well, sad day. Then you don't get as much of a higher multiplier as the core coin people. But that's your risk, right? But then, like, it's not a guarantee, friends. You've been holding core coins with me for the past 3-4 years. Guess what? Bitcoin was the low risk option, and guess what? That outperformed everything. What was the risk? You have the business cycle that took everybody down. Yeah, business ISM wasn't pooped for like 12 months, like past 3 cycles. It's been pooped for month 30 now. You see these uncertainties and stuff like here? Yeah, so uncertainties don't mean high reward if you end up playing it out. So this is the linear chart out here. Even if you zoom in, nice round the chart. Let's just see what happens, I guess. Nice round the chart, we'll see. And remember, once again, so people understand, Sommi, how do you reconcile the fact that, say, Richard is even doing this in the first place? Look, I'll be honest, friends. I think this was always probably going to happen. It's just that the price has been brought down this far, right, down to here, because Ethereum didn't go to $8,000. It stopped at 4. It crashed back down. It is what it is, okay? In another world, remember, friends, I haven't guessed this would happen. In another world, we never stopped at 3 cents. In a world where Donald Trump was succeeding in the cycle, we went to 15 cents. Yeah, 15 cents. And then we do the whole, let's drop 98%. And then we drop all the way back down. We even drop below 1 cent here, all the way back down. We drop like, bang, half a cent or something, okay? Let me just show you what that looks like. Bang, and we're like doing that here. Now, on a linear chart, this is what it looks like. In another world, that's what it looks like, right? This is the world I see if Ethereum hit $8,000 before crashing. Unfortunately, we didn't get that world. See, by the way, I don't know if I'm right or wrong, friends. I'm just like imagining a world of how these things played out. Why are we looking at the prices we see today? Because Ethereum didn't go up as high. That's how I see it. Could be wrong. Don't care. Don't care. This is it. Navigating uncertainty. All right. So that's why we see this. It's almost like this thing was definitely going to happen at some point. Maybe Ethereum things were downgraded or whatever. Don't have any evidence for it, but guess what? Richard didn't have any evidence that Bitcoin was going to succeed. He didn't have any evidence that Satoshi was coming back. And by the way, Satoshi never came back. Didn't have any evidence that the government wouldn't ban it or like put capital punishment. Had no idea how it was going to play out. None whatsoever. Okay, so, but also be careful. Look, here's the thing, okay? I've been in markets long enough where if I'm scared to talk to like anyone and say it's really uncertain, I'm going to stay long. I'm scared to say that. I know I'm on the right path. Okay, I know I'm on the right path. When I'm confident, where I'm like, actually, because you don't know what I'm feeling, just the words, right? When I'm actually like, yeah, this is so good. Okay, they're the ones you're about to get cucked. Yeah. Right now, I don't feel confident. Right now, I'm like, he keeps tweeting that he's not behind it. He's saying Atropa, fake, bad, stop using my name, stop buying pDAI and stuff. He's throwing all the words in my head, and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to hold anyway. You see that? Oh, I'm going to hold anyway. All right, that uncertainty, in my experience, they're the ones you got to be long on. You can do what you want, okay? But just, they're the ones you got to be long on. Where you're like, oh, crap, is this really over? They're the ones you have to be long. The ones you don't have to be long on is when everyone says, I am 100% sure this is going to go okay. That's where you have to be careful, okay? And by the way, we were all talking like that right after Trump won. And look, we got our asses handed to us. So Where do we go from here? This is the Pulse PLS price chart. I still like using the monthly channel. This is the weekly channel out here. We've got quite a while to go. A lot of people drawn like this resistance level and stuff out here. It's come back. I don't know, friends. I'm just putting on a month. We've got a long way to go. But let's just show you in some months here, like we can have, let's actually zoom in. We can go up, yeah, like 120% in a month. You never know, man. You could do 100% in Marwai, and then do another 100% in Juni, and then do another 100% in July, and then you have 3x sack price. You never know. But we've never done that. 3 back-to-back 2x months. I'm just showing you it is possible. Don't want to throw any hope in anything out here. We've got a long way to go, right? I mean, Ethereum, you got to get back above 4 or 5K. Don't forget, it loves you, friends. Like, subscribe, buddy button, or catch you soon.